There is an estimated 6 lakh to 8 lakh illegal Indians in the United States, making up a significant portion of the undocumented population. Many of them initially arrived illegally on student visa or tourist visa, but they overstayed, while others entered through illegal routes. However, the reality of staying in the United States illegally is becoming more dangerous than ever now. The immigration laws are being enforced more strictly, deportations are increasing, and legal penalties are getting harsher. Illegal Indian migrants are at constant risk of arrest, detention, deportation, and even permanent ban from entering the US again. With President Donald Trump's comeback in the office, his administration has doubled down on illegal migration enforcement. The Immigration and Custom Enforcement is conducting frequent workplace raids, mass deportations, and visa fraud investigation, making it extremely difficult for undocumented immigrants to live under the radar. Let me give you a data. In fact, in 2024 alone, over 1,80,000 undocumented immigrants were deported, and the number is rising every single day. Among them, more than 25,000 Indian nationals were deported between 2018 and 2024. And in 2025, first few months, more than 300 Indians have already been deported. As the government continues to track down and remove illegal immigrants, the risk of being caught has never been greater. If any Indian migrant is caught staying illegally in the US, they will be marked in the immigration blacklist database. In fact, even if they leave voluntarily later, they could still be denied US visas in near future as well. In cases where they are forcefully removed, they face 10 years ban or even a permanent ban on re-entering the US under the Immigration and Nationality Act. In fact, in some cases, some Indians who are being deported are stuck in Costa Rica. They don't know the way back. Now, this means that by staying illegally, they are not only risking deportation, but also closing the door to any legal entry in near future. Many illegal immigrants believe that they can somehow adjust their status and become legal over time. But this is rarely possible under the current law. Another major challenge is financial instability. Legal immigrants cannot work legally in the US, and many end up taking cash-based jobs in industries like restaurants, gas stations, trucking, and construction, where they are often underpaid, exploited, or have no labor rights or protection. The government is now heavily firing employers who hire undocumented workers, making it necessarily difficult to find any work at all. ICE raids have resulted in over 5,000 arrests in 2024 alone, proving that the government is serious about punishing both illegal workers and those who employ them. Without the ability to earn a stable and legal income, undocumented immigrants are left in vulnerable position, struggling to survive also. On the top of that, law enforcement agencies are now cooperating more closely with ICE to identify illegal migrants. In states like Texas, Florida, and Arizona, police officers have the power to arrest undocumented immigrants on the spot. Even something as simple as a traffic stop for a broken trail light could lead to background check, which may uncover an individual illegal status, leading to immediate detention and even deportation. With strict new policies allowing law enforcement to question immigration status, staying under the radar is becoming nearly impossible. You see, if an individual is caught and deported, the consequences can be severe. Being found in the US after deportation is a federal crime, and many undocumented Indians have been charged with visa fraud, illegal entry, or re-entry after the removal. If convicted, they face up to 2 years in federal prison, and if they have prior criminal record too, they could be sentenced to up to 20 years in prison before being deported again. Even those without any criminal history are held in detention centers for months before being forcefully removed, often under harsh and inhumane conditions. One mistake, one random check, and one unlucky encounter with law enforcement could destroy an entire life in the US. With so many risks and challenges, self-deportation is a smarter and more strategic choice for illegal Indians in the US. The US immigration system does allow some flexibility for those who leave voluntarily. If somebody self-deports before being caught, they can sometimes apply for waiver or exceptions, which may allow them to re-enter the US legally in near future. However, if they are caught and deported, they lose almost any chance of coming back. However, self-deportation can open up other legal immigration opportunities in countries like Canada, the UK or Australia, all of which are actively seeking skilled Indian migrants. Canada alone has created over 5 lakh new permanent residency spots, which many Indians are successfully applying for. By leaving voluntarily, an illegal immigrant can apply for legal migration elsewhere rather than living in constant fear in the United States. Another strong reason to consider self-deportation is that India's economy is growing rapidly. With the high-paying job opportunities in technology, healthcare and business, India is projected to become a $5 trillion economy by 2027, and salaries in key industries are rising by 15 to 25% every single year. Many returning NRIs are finding better financial stability in India rather than they could ever had as an undocumented worker in the US. The quality of life in major Indian cities like Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai or Hyderabad is improving, and professionals with US experience have strong advantage in the job market. So instead of struggling illegally in the US, those who return to India can start really fresh with financial security and legal freedom. Ultimately, staying illegally in the US today means living in constant fear with no financial stability, no security, and a high risk of arrest and deportation. On the other hand, self-deporting allows individuals to take control of their future, avoid a lifetime ban, and explore legal immigration options elsewhere. If illegal Indian migrant is caught, their dream of ever living in the US legally is permanently shattered. By taking action now and leaving voluntarily, they can still build a stable and successful life, whether in India or other country with legal immigration pathway. So the question remains, is it worth living in fear as an illegal immigrant, or is it smarter to leave now and secure a better future? The choice is clear. Self-deportation is the best way to avoid disastrous end to an undocumented life in the US.